Hey everyone, how's it going? This is turning out to be Speculative Mining September, and it's only September 6th, 2021 at the time of recording this video. So today we are taking a look literally at the ground floor of a new coin. This is called RavenCoinLight. It is not RavenCoin. It is actually a fork of RavenCoin Classic, and they forked it because the RavenCoin Classic coin is basically abandoned from the developers. It's essentially a dead coin. It is still traded on exchanges, but it's not really worth much at all whatsoever. So people got sick and tired of waiting for something to happen with RavenCoin Classic, and they actually forked it, and it just hit mainnet September 1st. So it's only been on for a few days. So that's why I want to take a look at this project. So let's start off with taking a look at their website. It is RavenCoinLight.org, L-I-T-E, not L-I-G-H-T. Their icon is basically the same RavenCoin icon, except that it's using like a tritone blue, which is pretty cool. I like it. Privacy, fairness, openness, and security. Now, the basic gist of it is reward of 2,500 RVL per block, 30-second block time. This is not an infinite amount of coin, algorithm, project, whatever. It's 21 billion total supply. And decentralized hash rate for better safety of the network. And you can start mining now. So for right now, for wallets, you only have one choice. You have their RavenCoinLight core, which is basically just a fork of the RavenCoin Classic wallet. It looks like the original RavenCoin wallet. It's just been redone real quickly, so this way it works with this new blockchain. So it only has it for Windows right now. They do have an option in here. It goes to their GitHub page, and they have some sort of Ubuntu 1804 compile information, so you can manually compile it in a Linux distribution. I tried it, I couldn't get it to work, but they are working on getting a Linux and macOS release for the wallet, plus polishing a few bugs that are currently in the Windows wallet at the time of making this video. So they are actively working on it. Okay, now for pools, this will of course take us over to mining pool stats. Yes, it's only been up for a few days, and they already have this on miningpoolstats.stream. That's cool. That tells you something. Two biggest ones right now is pools.win, which is the one I am using right now, and then coin miners. And literally 4 hours ago, before I started doing this video, this was only at like maybe 10 gigahash and maybe 4 gigahash. The amount of people that are dumping hash power into this is exploding really quickly. So if you want to get in on the bottom floor, you better do it now. Now, of course, pools.win seems to be doing some sort of promotion. It's only 0.1% fee. That's insane. You never see that. So that's why I'm over there right now. Plus, I don't want to go. This guy has enough hash power. Nice guy. I've already talked to him on the Discord. But we want to break up the hash rate, and this, considering this coin just came out, this is going to bounce around almost on an hourly basis until everything gets a little more steady and stable. Give it a little bit of time. Go with one of the smaller people. I like to choose either the second or third. That's just my personal preference. You do you. Now, I also need to mention that all the development right now for RavenCoinLight is being done by pool and community members. There are no professional developers on this project at the current time. They're looking for professional developers, but like me, I can't develop. No, I can't code, so definitely not me. But if you have coded before or you have experience and you might want to be interested in this, go ahead and reach out to them on their Discord. Now, when it actually comes to mining, they're using the original X16R algorithm from a couple years ago, which does throw a few little monkey wrenches into it when you're trying to find a mining program that still supports it. I'm going to give you two examples today, one Nvidia, one AMD. Thankfully, I finally got a few Nvidia cards so I can show you people this. First, we're going to start with AMD. as it says, it does not support Navi cards right now. It does support Polaris cards. I'm not sure if it supports the older R9, R7 cards, but definitely Polaris. Anything Polaris, it works. So let's jump over to HiveOS and take a look at that. Now, on my Marvell rig, I originally had all 4 of these cards working on Callisto through Team Redminer, but Team Redminer supports X16R on Polaris cards, so I took my Navi cards, dropped them on down to LOL miner so I can continue mining Callisto, and I broke off my 2 Polaris cards, 2 RX 570s. At this point, it really doesn't matter if you have the 4 or 8 gig, because I think the DAG file is maybe like 1 gigabyte or not even. So you can mine on some pretty old cards as long as the miner supports it. But as we can see, you make your own wallet or take your wallet address. It doesn't even have an icon yet in HiveOS. It is that new. Custom pool. Let's go down to the flight sheet. And it's real easy. Remember, I am using, go back up here. I'm using pools.win. So for them, there's my RavenCoinLight address. It's always going to be configured in Miner right now for the pool because, again, HiveOS doesn't have any information on the pools yet. They're still being made. But the actual arguments, you literally, for the URL or the pool, you just put in the stratum address that you get from whichever pool you want to mine to. The algorithm is X16R. Now, this is specific just for this pool. It tells it to mine and also pay out in RavenCoinLight. Other pools might have different requirements for the password. It might just be a lowercase x. You have to look at the getting started information for whichever pool you pick. Template is just a general template, wallet and worker name. And user config, this is for me for Team Redminer, so I can isolate and just use those first 2 GPUs. For me, it works beautifully. And on Polaris cards, for some reason my power color needs a little bit more core voltage so I can run at the same speed. It crashes every time on 900. The cards are getting old. What else is new? But I can get anywhere between 11 and 13 and change mega hash with this. Remember, the X16R algorithm is sort of like Kapow or a bunch of these other algorithms like Ghost Rider, the new one that came out for CPU mining. They have multiple algorithms built into one master algorithm. So depending upon which one you're currently working on, your hash rate might go up and might go down. Like literally right now, as talking to you, it went up to 13 and a quarter on that first card. It will fluctuate. It's not like Ethereum mining where it's basically the same speed the whole freaking time. So just keep that in mind and don't freak out if all of a sudden you see it dip. It will come back up. Now it's a little different when we go to Nvidia. It's not bad. It just, yeah, you got to do a few little things. Now T-Rex Miner does support X16R algorithm, but not in the newest version. You need to get version 0.19.4. So let's go to the flight sheet for that. And by the way, this is running on a nerfed 3060. It's not an LHR, it's a nerf. LHR should probably be the same in this case. It really shouldn't matter at all because this is nowhere near an Ethereum algorithm that would be hash rate limited. So it should be fully unlocked. So if we go to the flight sheet, let's actually edit this one so we can actually see. Again, just the RavenCoinLight coin. You have to manually add it in. The wallet, configure a miner again for the pool, and T-Rex miner. If we go to the setup miner config, pull down until you get to X16R for the algorithm. Wallet and worker template is just cookie cutter. Pop it in there. Don't use a worker name. It's better for, at least for my pool that I'm working with right now, this works fine. I put my pool URL in here. Remember, this is specific just to the pool I'm using. Don't need any extra config arguments. Here's where you have to be careful. Instead of going latest for the version, it's usually always default to latest. You need to pull down and get 0.19.4 CUDA 111. If you do that, it works beautifully. So like even if I go over here, shell on the box, this is T-Rex running right now. And oh, wow, I even hit 27 mega hashes on that. And you can see we are running 120, 122 watts roughly. I did kick the, come on, load up. Come on. The core up to 1900 and it still ran. You can really push this card on an X16R algorithm. The memory's at 2400. The core at 1900 didn't give me much of an improvement and just burned more heat. So it looks like 1800 seems to be a sweet spot. That's another thing. Since people really haven't used the X16R algorithm for a few years, we're going to have to relearn what our cards like for overclocks. You can see on my players cards, it liked it going up a little bit more. It's definitely more core dependent, but there's nothing else I've ever been able to actually push a nerfed 3060 up this high and still be good. Now, this is the screen for the pool that I am currently using. I started mining this probably around 4 p.m. yesterday. It is 11:24 a.m. right now. And originally, up till early this morning, I was only using the 2 Polaris cards, which gives me about 24 mega hash. I also added in the 3060 earlier this morning. And you can see, in less than 24 hours, I've already earned almost 13,000 coins. What's even more interesting, the X16R algorithm, what is it, RavenCoinLight, the difficulty. When I went to bed last night, this was at like 66. It's already up to 174. But then again, that's a far cry from Ethereum's 600 terahash. This is 174. That's it. So a lot of people are adopting it really quick for mining. So again, just to beat this horse to death, if you want to get in on the ground level, now is the time. Granted, there is no price for this coin right now. There are no exchanges. This is the epitome of speculative mining. That's why I'm not throwing my whole rigs onto it to try to really build up fast. I throw 2 or 3 little cards that I have on there, get a purse, see where this project goes. So that's basically what's going on with this new coin, RavenCoinLight. I wanted to bring it to everyone's attention and try to get a little more interest in this project. It sounds pretty good. I mean, RavenCoin is still doing pretty good a few years from now. Hopefully this one gets more adoption than RavenCoin Classic did and it sticks around for a while. So if you have any other questions, the best place to ask is not down in the comments below. Although I do like my comments. Thank you for them, for the people who do. Join their Discord. It's literally right here at the top of their website. I will also put a link down in the video description for their Discord. And when you're done looking at theirs, come on over to the Mining Misfit Discord and come say hi to myself and everyone else. We'd love to chat with you. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.